What's going on, folks? Only 2 minutes late this time. I was busy posting my bets for for the fights. Just had to quickly snip all my bet slips and stuff, and post them out. As you guys know, I love posting the bet slips for some transparency and let you guys know that I'm actually confident enough to put some money on my plays. Just saying, got some pink eye for some fucking reason. I don't know. I was woke up, I was fine, brushed my teeth. And then by the time I was done washing my face, this fucking eye just went all red on me. But I'll try to stay away from itching it and scratching it. But yeah. So uh we did lose Angela Hill and Ashley Yoder. Very much bummed for that one. Or bummed about that. Now it was the fight that I was least looking forward to, but it was the one that I was also looking forward to a lot because I like that plus 305 that I had on Yoder, and apparently I jumped the gun because last night I saw she was at like plus 335 or some shit. So yeah, that was shitty that I missed on an extra whatever it was. So now we're down to 9 fights. Always shitty for DraftKings when we only have like less than 10 fights, especially considering that more than likely people are going to be sharing that first place prize in that big tournament. But yeah, let me just go through my picks real quick, or my official bets real quick, and then we'll get into the chat. So lock of the night play, we got Jimmy Rivera and Magomed Ankalaev. We got parlayed 4 units at plus 117. Love that spot right there. If you guys are Patreon members, or actually I even said it on my Twitter account, when Jimmy Rivera and Pedro Munoz were originally scheduled to fight at UFC 258, I had 4 units on him at minus 137 straight. And then I was already planning to bet Magomed Ankalaev all the way up to minus 300, minus 350 for this card. And then when they eventually got put together on the same card, I'm like, you know what? Let's just put them together. So I got 4 units at plus 117 as my lock of the night play there. I got 3 dog of the night plays, and one of them was obviously Ashley Yoder, but that one gets pulled off. So I got 1 unit on Kevin Kroom at plus 175. I got Montana De La Rosa 1 unit at plus 117. And 0.5 units on Alexis Davis at plus 173. Placed those last 2 literally minutes before coming out to the stream because I wanted to the thing I was waiting for was Davis to get to plus 200. Doesn't look like I'm going to be getting that. Maybe we get some action on that fight now that the Yoder fight is off. But yeah, I'm happy with plus 173 regardless. And then lastly, I have a 2 unit play on Alexander Hernandez. 2 units at minus 185. So I think that's a solid spot as well too. So yeah, those are the plays that I got for tonight. Let's see what the chat is saying. We got 58 people in here already. Make sure you guys hit that like button. That helps your boy out a lot. All right, let's go. Stipe inside the distance. This guy's already asking about fights that are months down the road. Speaking of fights that are a little bit further into the future, I got something cool that I want to be dropping next week. So stay tuned for that on Monday. Maybe if I do a Locky late night over the next 2 or 3 days, I'll reveal it to you guys. I don't want to drop the news on this stream right here, but I got something in the works, just on my own channel, nothing partnered up with anybody else, but an idea that I was thinking about last night when I just couldn't fucking sleep for some reason. But yeah, I think people are going to like it. And it has to do with what my guy John Ratchman was saying here for fights that are in the future. But Stipe inside the distance or decision, I got to say inside the distance, man, that Ngannou gas tank does not look good. So if Stipe is able to survive it, I think that he should have enough gas tank, at least from what we've been seeing from him as of late, to survive and then maybe take advantage of the poor cardio of Francis afterward. Solid parlays for this event. It's tough, man. It's a very tough card now that we got now that we only have 9 fights. But I like Ankalaev as a parlay piece. I like Jimmy Rivera minus 140 isn't that bad as a straight play, but you can throw him into a parlay if you like. Hernandez is a decent parlay piece in my opinion as well, and Ronnie Lawrence as well too. Minus 155 is not a bad spot. It looks so bare, man. I'm looking at God damn, Alexis Davis is up to plus 180 now on Pinnacle. Fuck, I guess I kind of botched the line movement on that one too. Whatever, it's all good. But yeah, 9 fights is very tough. I think there's going to be some dog upsets, so you got to be very, very careful for sure. Hunter Silva is saying money, 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 boys. And John, that's a great question. Dog money on Stipe is probably enough. I feel like, yeah, exactly. He's right. If you're getting plus money on him, just take him straight. I'm gonna try to just run through these comments so I can catch up with the live. Arlen M is saying betting the house on Stipe. I'm not betting the house on him, but I'd put some good money on it. John Ratchman was asking, would love to hear your analysis on how to read lines, when to jump on them, and when to wait it out. I locked in Maverick at minus 160 in your last fight, Olenek at plus 175. Both pretty bad. I'm not the best at predicting line movement. You know what I mean? That's something that I wish I can work on a little bit better. But what you have to have is almost that unbiased. Well, obviously, I'm unbiased when I'm making my bets, but you have to have that unbiased mindset where you're like, okay, let me put myself in the shoes of somebody that's going to be betting the opponent. And then you look at, okay, what openings do they have? What advantages do they have? And what percentage do you put on them? And does that fall in line with what the implied odds are? That's kind of my mindset there. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still not the greatest at betting line at predicting lines. John Ratchmo is saying, let's fucking go. I appreciate you. Yeah, I want to try to maximize the amount of engagement I have with you guys because it's so fun. Let's see. Hunter Silver is saying we all need to get a giant Zoom call one day. Maybe. We'll see what's up. Are people at large taking less action on this card? I'm excited for it, but it seems like Greasy, as Saftik would say. Yeah, maybe. There are some shady spots. I'm surprised at the people that were going out there and making Madzo and Hill parlays. I think they kind of got bailed out with Hill pulling out of her fight. But even Madzo is a very tough spot, in my opinion. Shotty Mac coming through with the Big Manny, the God. Yes, Big Manny's trying to become Slim Manny soon. Yeah, might be leaving. Well, not might be. Will definitely be leaving the job 9 to 5 very shortly. So now I'll be able to put a little bit more time into that. Hang up that boxing bag that I got fucking a month ago, and start putting that fucking thing to use. JC saying nice beanie. Yep, gotta rep the vintage Raptors. Hunter Silvers, yes, the fight is definitely off. Alex Ramirez in the chat. Shout out, buddy. I appreciate you swinging by and saying what's up. Brian Brackett, what's going on, buddy? Rex is saying, as Derek Lewis said, wash that ass before you eat it. Thanks, buddy. Shotty back and say, what the fuck? Yeah, I looks fine on camera, but like if you look a little bit closer, you can see it. It's obviously not as wet as this eye. But yeah, it's pretty shitty. I was starting to think about Mrs. instead of Fernandez. I'm guessing he's saying Moises instead of Hernandez. I don't know. I'm on that Hernandez train still. Yeah, it's Booty saying DK is going to suck. Yeah, I agree. My guy, let's cook tonight. Why do you think Kron hasn't fought in a while, however long it's been? I think he's just so set in the jiu-jitsu world that he doesn't really care to fight as much anymore, especially that he lost his last fight. I think the hype and the steam around his name has really dwindled. So I don't think he's really just eager to get back into the cage yet. It would be nice to see him, but he's shown that he's quite one-dimensional. And if he's not able to get that jits going, he's in a lot of trouble. That Cub Swanson match was very, very tough. Card never gets unscathed. Yeah, he gets out unscathed in Vegas. Yeah, you're right. I think it was COVID related. I'm not 100% sure. They didn't say who. George saying, damn, that lighting. I'm guessing it's good, right? Good lighting? John West, my Rivera decision, Yoder versus Hill distance, and William Knight parlay is officially straight. That fucking sucks. That's always the worst. I actually had a bet on the UWC Mexico event last night. I had a buddy of mine, Dabba Bets, shout out to him. He sent me over a parlay, and he's like, yo, trust me, hit this parlay. I'm like, okay. So I make the parlay, and then come fight time, it's a chalky parlay. Come fight time, it's one fight. So I have like $270 on a minus 395. It hit, thank God, but yeah, that kind of sucked. Hunter Silva is saying, I like a lot of these overs this weekend. Yeah, when I was doing my Tapology picks as well the other day, I noticed I picked a lot of overs, so expect a lot of decisions tonight. That sucks. I hedged a bunch of parlays on the over 1, 2.5. These cancellations are fatal this week. Yeah, for sure. Brian, let's try to catch up here. Holy fuck. Y'all are killing it. Yeah, Jake C saying the Hellfighters moved to March 13th, so it's only a couple weeks away. Arlen M is saying I got 2 units on Rivera. He's in a couple parlays, best value on the night. Yeah, I gotta agree there, man. I really like Rivera in this spot. MMA Genie. Just going back to this one a little bit, I think people are reading into this fight a little bit too much and making it much more difficult of a fight to call, right? Like, yeah, some of the takes I'm hearing is a little bit crazy. I think that Rivera wins this fight pretty handily. I'd kind of be surprised if he loses this fight. MMA Genie, good afternoon. Munching down an egg McMuffin with hash browns. Saw you were live. Had to tune in. I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. It really means a lot. I literally just woke up half an hour before the stream. I was up to like 4 o'clock last night doing tape starting for UFC 259. Hunter Silver is saying Kroon by sub, Gane by sub, parlay is plus 29.25. That's not too bad. I think Kroon by decision, but I think the sub is live for sure. Freddie Francis Face Fact is saying watch party tonight. Ooh, I don't know. I'll consider it. Maybe if we get some more love, we'll see what's up. Kroon is nice. Much love from Poland. Shout out to my guy. Let me try this one, and I hope to not offend you by trying to pronounce your last name here, but I think I got it. Miki Mikolajewicz, which like Blachowicz. So I'm assuming it's Mikhailovich. That J throws me off. I feel like it's supposed to be a Y, right? Like Joanna, Jacek, Mikhailovich. Mikhailovich. I always love trying to pronounce last names. Moises might sub Hernandez, though. If he successfully gets it to the ground, and if Hernandez has a porous gas tank, as most people are expecting him to have, I don't think he would. Timmy Topefor is saying Jake Matthews versus Sean Brady. I just did the breakdown for this the other day. I love Sean Brady in this spot. I think he's very much alive to win. Not live. He is obviously the favorite. So I think he wins this fight. And I just don't see where Jake Matthews hasn't beat other than experience. But Sean Brady is the truth, in my opinion. And I'm kind of surprised at the line movement there. He was like minus 265 or something, and now he's down to that minus 200-ish range. I might be locking him up after this fight tonight. Finesse guy saying, do you like Hernandez for DFS? I don't mind him. I think he's a solid spot. Roberto Lopez is saying horrible event. Early Wayne is saying they also bet De La Rosa. Did the face-offs where you Buenos look big? Yeah. But I try not to read too much of that. John West is saying one of the MMA cappers on YouTube said Moises is a paying VIP member of his group and they still aren't taking him. Yeah, okay. I'd love to know which MMA capper is saying this because there's a couple guys that are absolutely full of shit on this. One guy in particular, but I'm not going to call his fucking name out. Fuck that guy. Francis already won 5 rounds with Stipe, though. Yeah, but like his cardio looked horrible, and Stipe's cardio didn't look the greatest that fight. However, we did see improvements from Stipe in his next fights with his cardio. So, yeah, I don't think he'll be able to withstand Stipe this time around for the full 5 rounds if he doesn't knock him out in that first round. Delek is saying Jacoby lock of the night. I like him, but I don't know. I can't pull the trigger there. Did they change the starting time of the event as well? I think they're still going to do the 6 o'clock prelim start time, but they'll probably just have all this filler shit for the first half hour or so. Since they have 3 fights, they need to do between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Usually they only offer up about half an hour per fight, but more often than not, when they do lose a fight late, they'll still keep the same start time, but just do a bunch of filler shit. Roberto Lopez, I had Karma Magomedov in 3 of my parlays. Yeah, that one's gone. Gane is saying they need to book 20 fights every event because we lose 5 every single time. Yeah, we had 15 booked for the last event, right? And 3 of them fell out within like 24 hours of the fights going down, and we ended up with 12. But that's what they're trying to do. John Glenn is saying, do you think Davis still has this? Yeah, I still like her here. Personally, I took a 0.5 units. Sorry. Almost burp while I'm talking. Yeah, I do think Davis still has this. I took a 0.5 unit shot on her at plus 173. Yeah, I think that's a solid spot today. Rick's not saying we've never lost 5. We've never lost 5 within, a couple of days. Maybe over the time of the fight event being announced. Yeah. AJ's Bets swinging by to say what's up. Maybe make sure you guys go check out AJ's Bets. Go subscribe to his channel as well too. One of the best guys in the game. Probably one of my favorite guys easily. Shout out AJ. Davis looking at the wins. Yeah, she looks nice, strong, thick. I liked what I saw from there. Lucas is saying he's excited for the Kroon fight. It's a good spot. Rick Sanchez is saying lots of fights going to the distance today. I agree with that. Delek is saying Moises by sub. I think that's his only path here, unless he could knock him out, I guess, too. If again, it's all dependent on Hernandez's gas tank. Everybody's not sold on it, thinking that it's absolute garbage. I think it's not that bad, and hopefully we get to see a full 50 minutes tonight so that we can see Hernandez dispel that. Chris Lewis remind you guys to hit that like. Please do so. That would be very, very much appreciated. MMA Genius saying big whoop pink eye. I get it every other day, my friend. That's not good. You shouldn't be getting pink eye every other day. Maybe you should change up what you're doing, brother. Holy fuck, y'all are killing it. All right, let me swing through this. Roberto Lopez is saying, how do they have the main event listed at 10:45 p.m.? If you're talking about one of your betting sites, that's what some of them do. Is like they'll time their bets for the specific time that they're expected to go off. So we have an 8 p.m. Eastern start time for the main card, which would put the main event roughly around that 10:30 mark. Timothy is saying, do you think Christian weight miss will benefit him? It could. But I don't think to the fullest extent. I think it has more of an issue for the lower weight classes than it does for like middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. As these guys, like, how much more do they really put on after the weigh-ins? So Harris K saying 10 fights ruins DFS. It's 9 fights now, so even worse. Zach Johnson coming to the chat. Shout out, buddy. I appreciate it. The real Bunkhoots is saying, what was the cool bet code? MMA LOTN 2. That's MMA LOTN 2. The number 2. Make sure you guys check out coolbet.com if you're in this if you're in Canada, or there's available in a bunch of Scandinavian countries as well too, but not in the States, unfortunately. But I love Coolbet. They have such great odds as well too. I believe the event will stay at 6 p.m. Eastern for the prelims. Henry Wang is saying, how likely do you think Ankalaev will get a KO? I think it is quite likely. Krylov is just so wild when it comes to his striking exchanges. And if this fight mainly stays out on the feet, and if he's not able to get Ankalaev down, he's going to get knocked out. So, I like that Ankalaev knockout. Shubgarn is saying, let's fucking go, Gane. Just got to get him at range with them kicks. Yeah. I'm staying off that fight. I'm picking Gane, but maybe I have a little bit of PTSD from last weekend with Derek Lewis. But, Gane should have handily win this fight as long as he doesn't get knocked out. Big Joe Cleveland in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you stopping by. John Rashma is saying, got too much money. Parlays riding on Munoz. Got to fit the lock night for the first time. All right. Good luck. Good luck. Lock and night plays haven't been doing the greatest in 2021, but I've definitely learned my lesson with not betting on or investing heavily on shit fights and bum fights. And I definitely like Rivera in this spot. High level fighter. Obviously won the fight before, but definitely still shows that he has the chops to go out there and beat these guys. Timothy Topher is saying, what are those early tape studies for 259 showing you? Tell the people. I've only gotten through 4 or 5 fights. Lock and night play will more than likely be Sean Brady. I don't mind that minus 200-ish spot. I like Aljo. Not 100% sure if I'll actually be betting him. Obviously, Nunes should win her fight. And what's the other fight that I got through? Blachowicz and Izzy. Yeah, I'm not parlaying Izzy there, man. Blachowicz has some serious power, and we've seen Izzy rocked before, and I'm kind of concerned there. Izzy should win that fight, but the line should not be this wide. Martial arts fan is saying Jacoby Hernandez Rivera parlay. That's not too bad. Plus 264. That's not bad. Jake C is saying Costa said on media today that he doesn't watch the UFC. Wonder how many fights are in the UFC. Yeah, I kind of understand that. Like, imagine engulfing yourself in something so much that, like, do you really want to spend your leisurely time doing the same thing? Some people just don't love the sport just as much as we do. Even fighters, right? There's a lot of people that don't do that. So I don't bang on him for that. I feel like I've heard a couple other fighters say that too. Delek is saying Yan or Sterling. I lean Sterling, but it's so hard to bet against pure Yan. K Duke is saying, good job on pronouncing. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. Love the watch party. My only friends that I care. Only care that have to work. Yeah. Maybe I'll do it again. We'll see what everybody else is saying tonight. Yeah, Brian Brack here is saying if the 259 card stays together, it's one of the best ever. I absolutely agree. Absolute heat from beginning to end. I can't wait to see that. Ben Peak, what's going on, buddy? I appreciate you swinging by. fellow Patreon members. Shout out to the Patreon members. If you haven't already signed up, $5 a month gives you a ton of great perks. Make sure you guys check that out. Link in the description below. That's the best way to support your boy. If you enjoy what I do for you guys on a week-to-week basis, that's the best way to support. So shout out to the Patreon once again. Arlen, did you change any of your picks after seeing the weigh-in / face-offs? Nah. There's nothing that really swayed me much. Like, the only thing that's really swayed me heavily in the recent weeks in terms of weigh-ins and stare-downs was the Vieira fight, but I'm not one to hedge. So I wish I should have, especially getting such a good price on Yana Kunitskaya that night. Maybe I should have done so. But yeah. Rexy's saying, say his name. I'm trying. MMA fortune teller, minus 180, full of shit. I don't really know that dude. But you know who I'm talking about, Rexley. Uncle I fight is off close. Shut up, Swedes. If you say that, I don't have a tolerance for I don't have a tolerance for I don't have a tolerance for people spam and troll shit on here. I'm just going through my Twitter to make sure that's bullshit. But we just got breaking news that we got Jiangnan against Carla Esparza on May 22nd. Very, very much looking forward to that fight. I thought we were supposed to get Jiangnan against Ioana Jacek. That would have been some shit. Brendan Allen against Carl Roberson in his great fight. That just got announced. Interesting. Swede, I will warn you once. You troll with bad fight cancellation news, you're getting blocked from the account. Just saying that. That's other people. It's happened before. John Rush, in my opinion, Stipe was too happy to get out of the first fight live. You think he might go after the finish more and play it safe? Yeah, that's right. That's what I believe. But I also think that his cardio is going to look better this time around too. The Capper who said the Moises thing is the channel hype check. Yeah, I've never heard of that guy before. That's not who I'm talking about. Robot chicken wings, don't buy into it. I haven't seen anything regarding that. If anybody can actually confirm that, then I'll apologize to the Swedes. John Rashmore saying Alfred farted on your pillow last night. Maybe that motherfucker was quite high up. Swedes. Breaking news: Prediction Guru versus Lock of the Night. Nah. Oh yeah. Sorry. This is for his EA UFC 4. Make sure you guys go check out Genie. Please confirm that the Uncle Live fight is off because I don't see it anywhere off. Yeah, beating Makhachev would be a great way to get yourself Norris by Khabib for sure. Who should Tony fight next if you're his manager? If you can get the Nate Diaz fight, go for it. You know what I mean? There's some name value there. Very winnable fight for him as well too. Trying to think of any other fights. I doubt Chandler would fight him. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Brian Brackett is saying 8 fights were canceled on the Jiri versus Reyes card. Yeah, that was tonight. John Gullen is saying, do you prefer Ronnie or Jacob Moore today? I feel like Ronnie, he's going to get a bunch of strikes. He's going to get a couple takedowns as well, and a bunch of control time, I believe, too. Whereas Jacoby, I think that fight may just stay on the feet. He's live for a finish potentially, but I trust Ronnie to get more points, given that I feel like both fights will more than likely go to a decision, and we'll get Ronnie racking up more points. Zach Johnson's asking what fight. Hey, Swedes. Last chance. I'm about to catch up to the live stream here. So if you can't give me that source for sure, you're blocked from this channel. Just saying. Gunny saying you parlayed Munoz multiple times. Yeah, that's some people have a read, and if you have a read, just go with it. You know what I mean? I don't bang on anybody for going against me. Like, that's not what sports betting is about. If you have a solid read and confidence in it, go for it. Krylov been with much better competition. If he get even near a choke, expect a tap. I love you, TJ Kill. You're definitely one of my most loyal supporters that I always see in a lot of my in a lot of my streams. But man, that competition thing is being a little bit overblown in my opinion. He could potentially do it, but yeah. Yeah, Rick Sanchez is right. Jacoby is more apt to get it finished than Lawrence. I agree, but I'm not sure if I actually see it transpiring. Standard Bloke is saying my entire night is Kroom. Please reassure me, man. Read the dog whisperer. I hope he wins. I think he has a really good shot at winning, but I think there's a couple of other good dogs on the spot too. Anyone that does BJJ MMA knows quick tapping is very hard to overcome mentally. Is the Ankalaev fight really off? Did you consider having Hernandez as a lock that I play? I don't really see him losing other than a lucky submission. Yeah, that he was initially the spot. Well, actually, I lied. He wasn't my initial spot because I was looking at Magomed Ankalaev already, and then once we got Jimmy Rivera added to the card, that was my first spot. But Hernandez, I went 2 units on him. He's my second biggest play of the card. But yeah, let's see what that cardio issues look like. Robot Chicken Wings has Carla in the Jiangnan fight. Yeah, Yan seemed to struggle a little bit with takedown defense, and it seems like Carla doesn't give a fuck how much striking advantage you have. She'll get you down and get some control time. Alexis Zavetta is saying, do you ever parlay fights from 2 different cards? Cruz and Sterling seem like great dogs. Yeah, I don't mind. I've done that before, and it's a good spot. Like I did it with Usman and Valiv a couple weeks ago. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up to the live stream so that we can confirm whether this Ankalaev fight is off. Otherwise, I'm about to block this Swedes guy because I think what he's trying to do is just goat people and removing Ankalaev from the DK lineups. Yeah, Sev Reeve, I believe that this is what this motherfucker is doing. So I'm about to catch this guy on the block. If anybody can quickly go over the Twitter timeline to confirm this news, I won't block this guy. But if it's true, I'll keep him around. Angel or Angel, however you want to spell it, the hell fight is off. So I apologize if you're looking forward to doing that. Finesca, Jacoby plus Moises or Hernandez plus Davis. I'd say Hernandez plus Davis. I don't think that Moises is going to win the fight. Yeah, the hill fight is off. Nick Cotardo doesn't care if the hill fight is off. I did. Only from a betting standpoint, because I was hoping to cast that plus 300 on Ashley Yoder. Yeah, okay. I'm a block this Swedes guy. Where is he at? Where is he at? Doesn't look like he's been commenting for a while, but hey, Swedes, you're blocked. Fuck you. Don't be bringing that bad fight cancellations news into this shit. People of the stream already know that I'm quick with the block button if anybody wants to do that type of bullshit. I'm almost caught up. Bob's Burgers is swinging by to say what's up. Appreciate you. What's the best parlay of the night? I like Rivera and Ankalaev. That's my lock of the night play. You can throw Hernandez in there if you want to get a little bit sticky with it. But yeah, I like those spots. Roberto Lopez is saying, I hope Caceres wins. I like his story better than Crooms. I hope he gets out of gatekeeper status after this fight. Even if he wins this fight, he's still going to be considered gatekeeper, my brother. So he's going to need to beat like a top 15 guy to get out of that. Rio Bunkoots is saying the troll got me for a second. He's long gone. Don't worry about that. Robot Chicken Wings is saying Ferguson will probably lose all of his fights. Let's not go that far. We're talking about a guy that was just undefeated for several years now. Ben Peak is saying, are you nervous on the Kevin Crew winning since that everyone underdog picked this fight card? Or that doesn't concern you? I don't look into what other people are doing too much, especially when we're talking about dogs, right? More often than not, there's cards where the dog is the public dog and still comes through, right? Sung Woo Choi the other week was one of those guys that seemed like everybody was on. Lara Procopio was the dog that everybody was on. So I don't pay attention to that. I block that noise out. I make my reads, and if I believe that they're worth a dog shot, then I'm making it a dog shot. BP Lachlan, I just got done taping Alexis versus Mazzo. My God, everyone is overrating Mazzo here. All she has is basic striking and those long ass legs. The pressure on that small cage will be big for Alex. Yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. Like, people think that she has a striking advantage, which is true, but it's a Francis Ngannou type of craziness. So or not even Francis Ngannou, but like she's like this amazing fighter that just is just gonna box your face off and not succumb to the clinch and the forward pressure. So yeah, I'm taking the dog odds on the fighter that will move forward in a small cage and will look to clinch and grapple fuck. Man, that Alexis Davis line is slowly coming up now. I think I botched that line movement. Sex God is saying, what a troll. Yeah, he's out of here. Please give me your best parlay of the night. Also, your over-under best. Yeah, I'll give you guys my over-under parlay that I usually do for the stream as soon as I catch up with the live chat here. Fight is still on. The Hill fight. No one was looking forward to it. Yeah, again, just from a betting perspective, I was looking forward to it. K-Duke is saying bye-bye to the Swedes. Yeah. And that how you get locked by the best MMA deal on social media. Thank you. Thank you. I love the round of applause after blocking somebody. Y'all are the best. Almost caught up here. Hunter Silva saying Kroom Rivera Uncle Live parlay somewhere around plus 250. I don't hate either. I feel like the safer one would be to put Hernandez instead of Kroom, but yeah, I still think Kroom wins. Ben Peak Hill versus Yoder got rescheduled for March 13. Yeah, you're right. And I'm kind of happy now though, because like I will get that better line that I was hoping to get on Ashley Yoder. So plus 330-ish compared to the plus 305. That's awesome. Ooh, from Fresno saying what's up with the $2 donation. Appreciate it. Let's fucking go. Let's get that takedown tonight. I hope so, man. Appreciate you, Fresno. Means a lot for that donation. Yeah, he's lying. He can't tell his sources. 20-time 2021. I hope so. I hope so. Davis sub. At first, it seems likely, but she hasn't got a submission victory in a long time, and I kind of believe that Mazel will be able to keep it safe enough. So yeah, I like Davis just straight up. I think you're getting enough value just on the straight line. I think more so a decision than a submission, but given what the odds are, go ahead, take a sprinkle if you want. If you're feeling frisky, go for it. Sex God is saying, you tell him luck. Yes, sir. Chris Lord, champ should only Omar E. Who has the best shot of an early KO tonight? Ooh, good question. Obviously, Jairzinho is always live for a quick KO. I think Ankalaev as well, too, given how wild that Nikita Krylov is, especially with how he's going to be closing the distance. Ankalaev could absolutely get him out of there relatively quickly. Yeah, that's really the only two that come to mind. Top DK pay up, mid-tier, and value. That's coming from Michael Robarge. Let me bring up the DraftKings site so I can look over the salaries once again. Give me one sec, guys. Usually I should have this shit loaded up for you guys, right? So I don't have to have this fumbling afterwards. All right. What were the questions again? Sorry. Best pay up. I like the Uncle Live. I think he's very live to get a knockout, and he's obviously one of my lock of the night plays. So I definitely like him at the top. The mid tier, I like Jimmy Rivera. Now he might not score the most, but at 8,300, I think he's a very solid spot. Other mid tier guys that kind of catch my eye is the Ronnie Lawrence. Where's Ronnie Lawrence at? 8,600. That's kind of on the higher end, I should say, as well too. Yeah, Jimmy Rivera, Dustin Jacoby. I think those guys are a solid spot in that mid-ish line. And then value, I think, is on Alexis Davis, 7,300. I think she's going to score some good points here, get some takedowns for us, some control time, and obviously some striking. Montana Del Rosa, 7,800. I think she's a good dog spot as well, too. Good value there. Yeah, maybe even Kevin Krugman in that 7,400 range. But my lineups more often than not have, the Davises and the De La Rosas in that range. Ooh, speaking of which, I'm gonna have to, I gotta sub out Yoder. I had her in a couple lineups as well too. Bob's Burgers, I still got some pain for that plate scale. Yeah, man, that one was tough. But again, you can't be mad at a bet like that, right? Look, maybe if you bet Blades at minus 450 or parlayed him at those high odds, there's maybe a little bit of bitterness there. But I took him inside the distance, and I thought I was getting good value there. But what it is. Stan is saying Krylov gang in the house. What's good? Good luck tonight. I'm on that Magomedov train for sure. Easy does this saying, is taking Cameron Kroom both inside the distance and win by decision a decent strategy, or would you just pick one and stick with it? I have him straight up at plus 175, but want more action on him. I think rather than taking the inside the distance, if you have access to his sub line, you're getting a little bit more value if you go sub and then by the distance or by decision. But plus 175 is already a great line. So if you want more action, I'd say inside instead of inside the distance. I don't know if we'll see him win by KO. I think him winning by sub is more likely. I hope I'm not off on that. I hope he doesn't knock him out because Easy Does It would not be happy if that's what happens. Arlen M. Whitaker versus Costa announced for April 17th. Yeah, that's a great fucking fight. I can't wait for that one. I lean Whitaker early in that, but I can't get too caught up and say that until I go out there and actually do the tape. Yeah, TG Kelly, you got to block that out, man. You let in all your gut instinct picks hit and you flipped on some. Yeah. The Lewis one kind of fucked me, and the Schnell and Nam one kind of fucked me as well too. But yep, who you got in the main event? Fair play for the tips. Good luck with your channel. Thank you, Aaron Healy. I got Gane, but like it's hard to bet him at that line. Again, I think I have a little bit of PTSD from what's his face, Derek Lewis last week and knocking out the guy who's technically much better. And we have the same thing here, right? We have Gane who's technically much better, but Rozenstruik has that death touch. So if he lands that bomb, he could possibly put this guy's lights out. But overall, Gane should win this fight. Brian Lawrence, most takedowns plus 100. That's a solid line. I don't think that's a bad spot. Cloud is saying, how are these fights getting canceled so late? Shouldn't they have results before weigh-in? Smack my head. Yeah, I think they do another one, though, after weigh-ins or something like that. So they have at least fight day results as well, too. Roberto Lopez, they have 8 fights for a 7-hour show. I think it's 9 fights, actually. So they have 6 to 8 where they're going to fill in with 3 fights, and then 8 to 10, whatever, to fill in the 6 fights. Anthony Jakins with the £5 or €5 donation. I appreciate you dropping the donation there, buddy. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Thoughts on Gane versus Rozenstruik fight doesn't go to decision. What's the line on that? Let's see. Fight doesn't go to decision. I'm not a fan of best fight odds switching up the order of their props. Fight doesn't go to decisions minus 255. Personally, I think that's a little bit chalky. Obviously, Rozenstruik, if he wins, he could do it by knockout. But Gane could just play it safe, stay on the outside, maybe grind up on him a little bit, and he could win by decision. I wouldn't pay that minus 255 for the fight doesn't go to decision personally. Jiangnan Yan versus Angela Hill would be minus. Yeah, they fought already, and Yan already won. No worries, Michael. I appreciate you stopping by and asking questions. John Gullen, out of the 2 ladies, do you think they both score nicely for DK, Rosa, and Davis? Yeah, like if they're both successful in doing their game plan, which is, seeking takedowns, control time, good damage from on top, I think they could score nicely. For sure. Brian Brackett, Lawrence Rivera Hernandez plus 275 thoughts. I like it. I like all legs of those. Good luck on that one. Hernandez or Lawrence for DraftKings. I feel like Lawrence could score more because he's going to be the one landing takedowns and getting the control time, whereas Hernandez, more often than not, I think he's just going to be striking here. I'd kind of be surprised if he willingly goes out there and takes Moises down and tries to grind him out, given the Moises BJJ black belt. I feel like Lawrence, man. Alexis is asking, are you concerned Davis could get finished with her age and inactivity? She hasn't been finished in a while, right? She got subbed by Sarah McMahon years ago. And the last time she got finished by punches or knockout was Ronda Rousey back in 2014. So she looks good. She's taking a lot of shots. She's shown a really good chin. I think she should be okay. I truly think she should be okay. And inactivity, I think it's not going to really matter to her too much, right? You're talking about a girl who like had a baby and then came back and was fighting at a pretty high level. So yeah, I'm not too concerned with her inactivity there. George Grooves is saying, question, gained 8 units last week. Oh, shut up. Hey, George Grooves, you're out here. Don't be doing that bullshit. Do you think the concerns around Hernandez's gas tanks are being both overblown? I absolutely believe that. Personally, thinking that the change in elevation from Texas to Colorado should make a massive difference as well, too. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Not to mention that Dober fight is what a lot of people are alluding to, right? Look at the way Dober approached that fight. That's not how Moises is going to fight. BP, I know Clinton reads into stuff a little bit too much, but he's good at what he does. But he did say it may be a red flag that Rivera. Well, yeah, I'm not about that whole that glasses thing. Kevin Kroon fight not to go to decisions minus 650. I know he's killed or be killed, but that seems crazy steep. No way that's the line. Absolutely no way is a minus 650. Fight to not go to decision. Minus 160 is what I see that. I don't know where you're seeing that, JC, but that's bad. Matt Hudson, put a little sprinkle on De La Rosa inside the distance plus 575. Do you see getting it the sub? Interesting. Kroon's pressure is a difference. I agree. I didn't see what the second comment was. BP Grooves, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, BP, let me know what his second comment was. I saw his first one where he's talking bullshit. Well, what's the second comment that he said? John Gullen, Rosaline moving towards a toss-up. Yeah, people are loving her. People are loving her. BP, I love Clint, but he didn't even notice Jillian shaking up on the scale last week. He said she looked good, but she did not. Then she ended up pulling out of sickness hours later. Yeah, I try not to get too married to what I see at the weigh-ins, unless it's something as clear as like Vieira, right? That's something that I should have like actually hedged on. But again, I'm not a hedger. I don't like to hedge. I like to stick with my guns. But I think the only thing that would have made me hedge was so I predicted Jake Collier to beat Tom Aspinall when they were originally scheduled to fight, right? Or when they were scheduled to fight. And then that was me expecting to see Jake Collier come onto the scales at like 230, 240. And then you see him come in just looking hella tubby. That's the only time I would have hedged if I actually made a bet on Jake Collier there, but I didn't. And then Vieira was like another close one. So maybe it's something I'll look forward to moving forward in terms of potentially hedging when I see spots like Vieira again. But yeah. Matt Hudson, armbar from guard. Maybe that might be from the Silva side, if anything like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. There, Grisham inside the distance opinion. I don't think he does it, man. I don't see how he finishes. Yeah, I don't think he's much of a finisher, to be honest. And do I see him going out there and submitting Jacoby? I don't think so. Not 100% sure. Jake's you. That's what Bovada said. It must be a giant line error. Yeah, it's definitely a line error. What I'm seeing on best fight odds is minus 160. So, yeah. Is there a line on whether or not Krumo successfully spin a butterfly knife for his next face off? I would love to. I would love to bet on that. JC saying, never mind, they corrected it. If anybody saw what that Groves guy's second comment was before I kicked him out of here, please let me know. I'd love to know what the second thing that he said is. It's probably one of my enemy's cronies coming out here trying to talk some shit. Fuck those guys. Sev is saying, oh yeah, the Collier one was definitely eye-popping at wins in a couple fights back. I can't hate on the read, but he looked awful. Yeah. That was his first time against Aspinall, right? His first fight at heavyweight. Yeah, he looked bad. I would have definitely bet Aspinall in that spot or hedged with Aspinall. But in the Villante fight, right? We're talking about Gian Villante. You bet your boy had to have a bet on Jay Collier there to win that, especially by decision. That was a good spot. Gunny is saying Myra or De La Rosa, who and why. I got De La Rosa, takedowns, better top control, should have good enough jiu-jitsu to stay away from the submissions of Myra, and then she has improving striking as well too. So I don't think that Myra is just going to absolutely blow her away on the feet. But the takedown defense of Myra is just so porous that you think that De La Rosa will absolutely be able to take advantage of that. So yeah, I got the De La Rosa side on here, and I took a bet on her at plus 117. I think that's a solid spot. Oh look, it's UFC Shark once again. Fuck you. Peace out. Kraus recommended Kroom and the under 2.5 on ESPN betting. Think he's biased, or is he just trying to get the public in on the potential Kroom by submission game plan? So I won't look into what Kroom says in terms of the fighter that he's picking to win a fight, especially if he's trading them, which he's doing with Kroom. But the under 2.5 is interesting because that could be a spot where he's right, where he's like, okay, we're going to get Kroom to chase submissions here. So yeah, maybe Kroom by submission is the spot here. Not a bad spot. Come on, dude. Montana sub the goat natty. Yeah, I bet her at like heavy chalk in that fight, and I was super confident in it. Matt Hudson, appreciate you with that look. Everyone, don't forget to smash that like. Yes, we're getting close to 100 people in the chat here, so please do smash that like button. That'll be very, very greatly appreciated. Trust me, it helps me out. Even those, I know I got maybe a dislike or something on here. Yeah, definitely got one dislike. because that fucking UFC shark son of a gun. Fuck that guy. I don't understand people coming onto other people's channel just to strictly talk shit. Like, do you not have anything else to do? It's fight day. Go have some fun. Fucking pre-drink, pre-burn, do whatever the fuck else. But nah, I want to come on other people's channel and talk shit. Ooh. Like, seriously, trolls, I just don't fucking get it. Luckily, I have very minimal amount of very minimal amount of trolls. More often than not, we have very positive communities. So shout out to everybody that comes out on a weekly basis and supports your boy. All right, Robot Chicken Wings is saying Mario got power. I see another nosebleed from Rosa, but she's tough. Yeah, I think personally, I hate doing MMA math, but I think if Arujo wasn't able to get her out of there, I don't think that Myra will be able to. 100 Silvers, you hear about Gordon Ryan slapping the shit out of Andre Galvao last night? Yeah, that was crazy. By the way, I was trying to remember who Galvao was, so I like Googled his name, and holy steroids galore. If you guys don't know who Andre Galvao is, just type his name into Google, click on images. Good lord, that guy is roided the fuck up. Mickey is asking Hernandez by KO. I think it's live, to be honest, but we don't have anything factual to back that up with Thiago Moises, who's just been, granite chin for the majority of his career, never been knocked out or anything like that. So it wouldn't absolutely surprise me if Hernandez gets to finish here by KO, but I'd rather go on the safe side and go with that decision. Dash Hunter saying, I knew Curtis was going to lose. You can always know when a fighter talks too much going into the fight. Curtis is usually reserved and is talking out of character, and he fought out of character. I don't have an issue with the way Curtis fought that fight. You know what I mean? Striking looked good. I wish he stayed on the calf kicks as much as he did, because that was definitely having an effect on Curtis Blades. And I thought the best path for him at that point in time, given how much damage he was dishing out, was continuously just working that calf kick. If he just continued to work the calf kick, stay at range, he would have eventually dropped Lewis with a calf kick, and then he could have just jumped on top. And rather than having to close that distance and run into an uppercut like he did that night, he could have just kept us on the feet, stayed at distance like he was. He was moving much better than Lewis. Lewis was very much immobilized. But yeah, he went back to his bread and butter. And yeah. The dislike was a misclick, bro. Don't worry about it. I don't really care about the dislike. Fuck anybody that wants to dislike. It's all good. It's interaction nonetheless, and that's all that matters. All right, Chris Lure, yeah, but he pre-drink, pre-burn. You, my man, luck. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be burning today. 100 Silvers, the whole camp is on steroids. All of a sudden, Izzy starts training there and grows a boob. There's a lot of camps that have that skeptic. The ATT is another one that comes to mind. So, Gerard, Galvao is such a pussy. He started and got slapped twice. Now Bender's purple belt is now a white belt after that. So again, I'm not too heavy in following that BJJ scene. Are they did they roll, or sorry, did Gordon Ryan and him just recently have a grappling match? Are they going to have a grappling match? They better have a grappling match now, because this is probably like the biggest thing that's happened in the jiu-jitsu community in a long time. So yeah, you gotta go out there and market that and try to make some money off that, because BJJ, you're probably not making that much money off of it. C. Andrews is saying could end up looking stupid, but I think Rozenstruik can get it done. It's not a bad look to bet him, given what we just saw from the Lewis fight, right? But also, I think you're leaving money on the table if you just don't take him to win by KO. I don't see him winning by decision. There's definitely no way. But again, Phil Hawes just won by decision. Derek Minner just won by decision. We've seen crazier things happen. But yeah, it's given the odds, it's not a bad look. Now, if this was an evens fight, I don't know how somebody could say, you could back Rozenstruik at even odds. Look ahead, thoughts on Brady Matthews. I like Brady there. He'll more than likely be my lock the night play. Omar E is saying, just wanted to say thanks for taking the time to do these live streams. I appreciate you, buddy. If you haven't liked and subscribed, that's all I ask. That's the bare minimum I ask. Thank you, buddy. P Money 0007, not 007, 0007 is saying, did you give your over-under parlay yet? I had to step away briefly. I haven't yet. I'm just trying to quickly catch up to the chat here, and then I'll lock in my over-under parlay. Hunter Silva, Galvao is ducking Gordon, but talking shit online. Been watching DFS by the numbers, Dogger Pass, Fight Night Picks, MMA grew, and you have had the most correct picks these last 2 weeks. Good job, man. Thanks, dude. I know I had some good dog picks, but like in 2021, I definitely need to step it up. I definitely got to get better with that, but I feel like I've been spotting dogs pretty well. Galvao once won motivation run. Shut the fuck up. That's crazy. Someone edited in and lost to Galvao's MMA record. He got pimp smacked. I love it. Hunter Silva go to Ryan, try to shake hands after his guy got beat. Andre flipped him off and then talked shit backstage, and Gordon slapped the black belt out of him. Wow, that's such bullshit. Arkansas, Mr. Arkansas is actually stopping by. God damn. Never thought I'd be blessed with the presence of Mr. Arkansas himself. Appreciate you stopping by and checking out the stream, buddy. Make sure you guys go check out his stream at 4 p.m. Eastern. Always fun listening and watching that guy. I know we'll never get a face reveal out of him, but definitely one of the best characters that we have in the MMA sphere. So make sure you guys go check out Mr. A, Mr. Arkansas. Thank you for stopping by the stream, buddy. I really appreciate it. Gerard, I promise you, one day I will hop on that stream and we'll talk some shit. I promise. One day. Gerard, they've been talking shit for a while now. Okay, cool. Alexis, I love what you're doing with Odds HQ. Without a doubt, this channel has great things in store for the future. I appreciate it, buddy. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Rick Sanchez, Kroom Lawrence, most takedowns. I like that. I think that's a solid spot. Let's see here. Yes, Gane, Rozenstruik, them to Blades Lewis. Yes, I agree. Like Blades had his wrestling advantage, Gane has his striking and movement advantage here, but the constant is the same. Or the constant here is Rozenstruik and Lewis having that knockout power. Nick West stopping by, ready to cash my brother. I hope so. I hope Rivera comes through. Yeah, I hope he. I hope Rivera and Ankalaev comes through. Sheik Vidal, Kroom is my big bet tonight. Small bet on Jimmy by decision. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. You've been in 20 fights in person? Yeah, I've been to like 20 plus fights. Been to that one, which was my first one, which is UFC 113 up in Montreal, Shogun Machida 2, and then that one, which is Aldo McGregor. That was a crazy, crazy spots. Alexis Davis, I do think she's a very light dog. Ooh, Mr. Arkansas bringing the heat. All right. Okay. Not understanding the negativity here, but all right, cool. Who's threatening you, Mr. A? Who's threatening you? It's not my love from over here, buddy. All right, Galvao demanding 1 million. That's absolute nonsense. Alexis Davis says a live dog. Yes, I agree with that. Arc is definitely in here. Omar E, am I crazy to think the main event goes the distance? Yeah, it could. It definitely could. It's that Rozenstruik power that definitely kills me. Lock, you will go on a big W streak soon. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm hoping to kill it. Gunny, the difference is that Gane is much more technical than Blades and can win multiple ways. True. John Gullen, will be another show like the week before where you did your thoughts 1 hour before this lock on? Yeah, I'll be doing that next week for UFC 259. I got I might as well just drop it on here. I got DFS by the numbers coming on with me to do a pre-lock show on Sal Vetchi's channel. So yeah, that's definitely in the works for next week. So you can expect that. David Dean is saying takeaways from the weigh-ins and face-offs. Nothing huge. Appreciate you, Huncho. Thanks for you guys are having too much fun in here. All right, let me give you guys my my over-under parlay that I like to drop on this. I haven't made it yet, so let's do it live here. Fuck it. All right, round parlay. We only got 9 fights now, so I don't think it's going to look as nice as we had the other week. Rozenstruik Gane over 1.5. Krylov Ankalaev, I'm going to go under 1.5. De La Rosa, Bueno, Silva, I'm going over 2.5. Munoz and Rivera, I'm going over 2.5. I'm gonna stay off the Kroom and Caceres one because that one's a little bit sketchy with Kroom potentially pulling off a submission in that one. I got the over 2.5 in the Hernandez and Moises fight. Over 2.5 in Davis and Sabina. Over 2.5 in Cachero and Lawrence. And I think I'm going to stay off the Grisham and Jacoby one because I think that Grisham could potentially get a finish as well too. So some chalk here, not the best for prop parlay. So it's plus 1553. So I put $50 on it just now to an $826. That's my prop parlay for you guys. So let me just go over that one again real quick for you guys. Account history, multi-bet. All right. So here you go. Here's your totals parlay for the evening. There's a lot of overs, unfortunately. So get ready for a lot of judges' decisions, apparently, at least according to me. Over 2.5 in the Ronnie Lawrence fight. Over 2.5 in the Sabina Mazo fight. Over 2.5 in the Alexander Hernandez fight. Over 2.5 in the Jimmy Rivera fight. Over 2.5 in the Montana De La Rosa fight. Under 1.5 in the Magomed Ankalaev fight, and then over 1.5 in the Cyril Gane fight. So that's a 7-leg parlay that pays up plus 1553, at least according to fucking Intertops. All right. I'm not sure if this is a troll account for Mr. Ark. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've shown nothing but love to Ark, so I'm going to be blocking that account. I believe that is a troll account. Maybe I'll reach out to Ark on one of his live streams and see if that was actually him, but I highly doubt it. All right. Yeah, that's not the real Arkansas. I appreciate you. It's Booty. Where do you do your DK lock show? So the lock show is only on for pay-per-view events thus far. We only did it for UFC 258 so far. We're going to do it next weekend for 259. But that will be on Sal Vetri's channel. So make sure you guys go follow Sal Vetri. Yeah, kind of bummed that was not the actual Arkansas because I was like, oh shit, Arkansas is in here. That'll be nice. Appreciate you, Ryan Diamond. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. What's with these people? Who has time in their day to make all these random fucking accounts to troll people? Like, get a fucking life. God, it's so funny. David Dean, Pedro Munoz, path to victory. I'd say knockout, but again, I think that's being overblown in terms of the power that Munoz has and the chinny issues of Jimmy Rivera. And then the only time that I'll kind of buy into this narrative a little bit is just if Pedro Munoz just moves forward, throws a ton more. But I just feel like every single time it's gonna get he's gonna get countered. He's gonna eat a couple more shots on the way in. Yeah, I just don't see it personally. Ryan Diamond saying people have too much free time. Yeah, exactly. Robot Chicken Wings. He's saying that's not him. It's weird. He plugged the pre-show and then started trolling. But maybe I'll hop into his pre-show real quick to say what's up and that's another thing. I don't really want to get too caught up in that community because these guys, they do shit like that, which is create these troll accounts and do all this fake shit. So, all right. Pawnee is small for. I think Munoz will have that desperation coming off 2 losses. Surely he has a new tool to counter Rivera, but we don't see that tool. What do you mean by new tool? This guy, he's not like a young up and coming guy. He's been around. We know what his game is. How is he going to be able to keep up with that striking of him? Dasha Hunter, Joseph Benavides is losing tonight. You mean he's fighting next week? But I think he wins next week. That's pre-tape. I haven't done the work yet. Gunny is saying Pedro gets hits too much to win a decision. Yeah, it's Rivera's just going to look really good in the striking exchanges. That's for sure. Yeah, fuck the haters. I'm good. I don't really mind about that. Yeah, exactly. Angel Ojeda, how long have you had your MMA podcast? I started watching 2 weeks ago. Thank you for stopping by. I've been doing it for um man, I think since 2017, 2018. It's been a long time now. The first ever card I did a breakdown for was UFC London, the night that Fabrizio Verdum fought who did he fight? Alexander Volkov. I believe that was like March of 2018 when I first started this. Munoz face-off looked bad. Like, you mean Munoz looked bad? I didn't really get too much of a takeaway off of that one. Joseph Benavidez losing next weekend. Uh, I'll just give you guys my quick pre-tape thoughts on that fight, and then I'll get out of here since we reached that 1 hour mark. But I see this fight mainly playing out on the feet. You know what I mean? And I think that Benavidez has the advantage there. He's not facing a killer like Davison Figueiredo, so I don't think he has to worry about getting knocked out here. This fight's not going to get taken to the ground, especially if Askarov wants to be the one to initiate the takedowns. Benavidez is so hard to get down / keep down. So I think this fight stays on the feet, and I give the speed and striking advantage to Benavidez. So yeah, I lean Benavidez there. How do you guys see Askarov beating him? Yes, I've been around for a while. Thank you, buddy. Andre, with Rivera Munoz, I think we see the same exact as the first fight. Yeah, I agree with that. Benavidez is going to take a bullet. Interesting. Pete the Heat, what's going on, buddy? I appreciate you stopping by and saying what's up. Do you think Rivera can win KO or decision most likely? I think decision is the most likely outcome. Rivera has been taking some shots. He hasn't been knocked out, but he has been rocked and wobbled as of late. But Rivera has notoriously just been a decision guy, so I'd go with that. I appreciate you stopping by, Junior. Thank you. Are you on Hernandez today, Lock Night? Yeah. I got 2 units on him at minus 185. I think he's a solid spot. He's my third most confident spot on this card. Izzy versus Yan. I lean Izzy, but I'm not betting it at those odds. I'm not. Yan has some serious power, closes distance very well too. Yeah, I think he's much more of a threat than people are thinking that against Izzy. Like with Izzy and like some of these fighters, we did it with Conor McGregor as well too. We build this mythical beast that these guys are. That we forget that they can be finished and they can be stopped and they can be beaten. And even though Izzy is undefeated in his MMA career, we've seen him finished in kickboxing in the past, right? The guy's not this mythical beast. He's a great fighter, don't get me wrong. Probably one of the best technical strikers we have in the game, but he's coming up a weight class now. He's fighting a bigger guy, like mass wise. This is the biggest guy he's fought. Maybe Paulo Costa has something to say about that, but Jan is a big dude too. So just be very, very careful. Nick West, Moises to win round 3 plus 2200. I pick Hernandez to win, but yeah, maybe that's a good head spot. Askar has hands, decent hands. I think that Benavidez has better hands. Stack the main event or just use Davis instead of Rozenstruik? I'd go with Davis instead of Rozenstruik. People really sleep on his striking. It's not bad. Like, it looked great against Pantoja in that third round, but like Pantoja was heavily slowing down. We're not gonna get Benavidez slowing down. We know that guy has cardio for days. Quickly, what is the style like for Alexis Davis wrestler? Yeah, zombie wrestler / clinch fighter / black belt in jiu-jitsu. Up there in age, striking is improving, but she moves forward, and that's where I love the most. And Mazo doesn't really like fighting off of her back foot that much. It bailed her out last time against Justine Kish. She won a very, very close decision against JJ Aldrich. And again, she's out striking these women volume-wise and numbers-wise, but the judges are still scoring these fights super close because she's the one getting backed up. She's the one getting hit. And the numbers don't matter, it seems, in her fights because optically it just doesn't look the greatest. Davis, yes, I agree. Rick Sanchez, $100 that your 7 leg doesn't hit. I'll pay you. You lose, I get the beanie. Nah, I'm keeping a beanie, buddy. I'm keeping a beanie. We'll see how it goes. Again, I've done 2 of these total parlays on these streams. One was like just 1 bet off, and I think we had 9 legs in that one. And then the last one didn't do the greatest, but we'll see. It's always a fun little sweat for an over-under parlay. You got to do a live stream for Izzy versus Blachowicz. I might do that. Yeah, for 259, I'll probably do a live stream for you guys. Hernandez by decision. What do you think? Yeah, I think that's a spot. I'd be surprised if he finishes Moises, but I like Hernandez there. Robot Chicken Wings is saying Connor's overrated. Excuse me. Connor's overrated. Sure, yeah. Thoughts on Andrade versus Bullet matchup? I like Bullet there, right? Like it almost kind of reminds me of the Joanna and Andrade fight where you have the much more technical fighter in Valentina, and I think that's going to look identical with her just kind of making Andrade look stupid. Andrade is great, but when she fights the highest level of competition, she's always going to fall short. Some heavy money on Hernandez, in my opinion. Moises makes the fight nice and sweaty for Hernandez better. Maybe, possibly. My gut says Izzy for the win, but wow, that what a test. Yeah, just The odds are just too wide. The odds are too wide to get my money on that fight. I put a parlay of Kevin Holland, Piotr Jan, Israel Magomed, 1,000 to win 4K. Any thoughts? Kevin Holland, I'm not the biggest Kevin Holland believer. I might even be taking Brunson there, but I got to do tape on that fight. Piotr Jan, I lean Aljamain Sterling, but no way am I betting against Piotr Jan, so I don't mind that. Israel, again, I think the line is too wide, but I think he wins. I'm guessing you mean Magomed Jamid Ankalaev. Yeah, I obviously believe he wins too. So good luck on that one. The Kevin Holland one, I think, is the weakest part of that, but he could definitely pull off a win there. David Dean is saying do a post instead of a live stream. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. So tonight I won't do a live stream, but I'll do a quick I'll do a post stream for you guys. If you guys want to swing by here after the fights are done, maybe I'll go burn something real quick after the fights are done and then come back and do a live stream. So yeah, it would be great if you guys swung by afterwards. We'll get some chats going, talk about the results for the night, and just shoot the shit. Yeah. All right. That's my time. Appreciate you guys stopping by, saying what's up to your boy. Shout out to the trolls, shout out to the haters, shout out to all the people showing me love. I really much appreciate that. Should be a fun night of fights. We only got 9 fights. Just remember that. If you're tuning in late, the Yoder and Hell fight is off. So if you had her in any of your lineups, make sure you guys go fix those lineups. And yeah, just don't get caught with your tail between your legs with the Yoder or Hill in your lineups. Let's see here. And John Gullen, Ronnie or Hernandez for DK, who scores higher? I think Ronnie scores higher. Jono Kroom plus Jacoby Grisham goes to decision, plus Gane Rozenstruik ends at KO, plus 621. I think that's pretty ballsy. I like the Kroom side. Jacoby Grisham could go to a decision. Gane Rozenstruik ends in KO. I think Gane, if he wins, would either be submission or decision. Maybe some ground and pound, depending on how porous Rozenstruik's gas tank looks. If he's getting grapple fucked, not a bad spot, but it will be a sweat. I will say that. Good luck if you hit that, buddy. Roberto Lopez, I like these pre-fights. Yeah, for sure. It's always 1 p.m. Eastern. Fight day, 1 p.m. Eastern, always. You guys can find me here. Good luck tonight, Locke. Good luck to you tonight as well, Pony. I think Jacoby can get that KO, bro. He could. I agree. Again, especially if he, again, runs in on those calf kicks and really starts to work that. I think he's good to go. Appreciate you, Jono. Appreciate you. Again, like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Appreciate you guys joining me on this fight day stream. I will be doing a post show, so if you guys want to talk some shit after the fights, come back here and I'll see you guys then. But yeah, good luck on your bets. And yeah, I'll see you guys after the fights. Appreciate you guys stopping by.